What's good? You rocking with your boy TheCzarr, all rights reserved. Shout to CommenterNation. Shout to Miss Mac for coming through supporting the channel. Let me reiterate it. $ capital THE capital CZARR, 2 R's, capital C and a capital T in that. Support the channel. Support what I got going on. You know, I don't always throw it out there because it's not all about the money. But money is important. This is a business platform. YouTube is a business platform. Your other YouTubers, they just drop a 4-minute video and they get paid max money because a bunch of people come through to see if they're saying something important, as I've told you before. But here we actually talk about what's important. That's the difference. Yes, I want to also put out there, when I talk about different things, I do it for a reason. There are investigators who are out of uniform, shading the channel, shading the whole movement. Doesn't matter. Here's the thing. I have a photographic memory, as I told you before, so when I see you once, I already see you again. I know you. All I have to do is put a face to a picture, and I know your full name. So I told you to be careful doing that. Haven't I told you? You guys ride through like it's the Dukes of Hazzard, but understand, Hazard's at the end of that name. So I don't care if you're a Duke. I'm the TheCzarr. Understand how that works? So we'll have something on you guys later on, and I mean personal stuff, that you're going to be pissed that I even brought up. Trust me. And I'm going to make sure you are. Now, let's get into it. You already know what this is. You rocking with your boy TheCzarr, all rights reserved. TheCzarr and CommenterNation. Hashtag CommenterNation. Hit that like button. Listen, if you missed last weekend, you don't want to miss this weekend. I'm going to tell you that right now. I have 3 people of importance who claim to be close friends with Tentacion that sent their number. The 2 of them I spoke to briefly. The other 3rd one, I will get back up with them. This weekend's going to be crazy lit. Like, I mean, the information and things I'm going to deliver is going to be out of this world. And that's when I'll discuss the Moonlight video. I looked at it twice, and being the type of person I am, my insight and the way I look at things, and one of the commenters already told me when I do that delivery, they see how I'm going to deliver it. Yes, it's going to be crazy. You might not have foreseen the type of things I'm going to say, but look, ultimately, I have something synonymous I want to compare to this instance of this video. This video literally matches a scene, and I agree with the 1 out of the 3 individuals that spoke his mind. I was thinking these things and deciding whether or not I was actually going to even do the video, but yes, this video was very synonymous. I don't know if whoever's behind the channel saw the similarities between that and an instance that has occurred since his passing, but we're going to talk about it, and I'm going to go into detail, so you don't want to miss it. And again, I'm going to hit you with 12, if not 11. I did 11. I had something I had to do. I don't have to repeat the event I did this weekend, so you should get hit with 12. So I'm telling you, it's going to be lit. It's going to be crazy, and I'm going to get more detail, but we're still going to move along with what we want to talk about today. I'm not going to dabble in that, because when I do it, it's going to be all respect to the Moonlight video, all respect to the scenarios, all respect to everything going on. Now, listen, he has an empty bus. Why is it on speaker? He has an empty bus. Why is it on speaker? He stopped. I looked at him. He stopped. It's cool. It's okay. I already know how it's going to be. I already know how the hate's going to be. His bus is empty. You don't have no one to talk to. What are you doing? You're trying to be loud. Like, come on, bro. Come on. Get your stuff together. And that's bruh or cuz for all of the people that watch me in NY. Shout to New York. Shout to everyone down south. We black men enlightening each other. Growth here. Yes. Now let's get into it. What do you want to know about today? Well, I don't know what you want to know. And this weekend, whatever you didn't learn throughout the week is going to put the cap on what you needed to know. Trust me. The different things I'm going to deliver are going to be very specific to the situation and very, let's say, assisting in the mentalities of the different people that I have that watch me. But here's something that needs to be known. Who was the woman that not only delivered inside that video we saw, but who was the woman that we heard their voice hanging outside? Now, when they were doing the social media video, this is well known. There was the voice of a woman included. Understand that this was something synonymous with what was going on, and it was a woman speaking. We heard a woman's voice. But that's not even the emphasis I'm going to place on it. And it's going to be crazy. I have a lot of different videos in mind. The 12 I'm going to hit you with, I'm thinking of all 12 of those while still delivering throughout the week. because that's what time gives me. And I told you guys every 2 hours I would deliver something when I have the time. But here's what my point is today. We got to understand there was a large sum of people there, okay? The large sum of people is what you need to focus on. You need to understand that what we seen and the way the suspects was there with him and looked like an empty store was not the case of the entire store. There was a lot more going on that could be co-signed by other people who weren't there and other people who were. You got to get this. And once you understand that, you got to understand what I was delivered, I was made to believe. Listen, this is make you believe something. They're fighting on social media. Now, what I said inside the car when you guys said you couldn't hear me was that this is a war on social media. It's being warred out on social media. It's not being handled normally. This case is not being fought on a normal grounds. When you have a social media war, you fight back with social media. Thanks to a lot of what we done at CommenterNation, they had to make it that way because they had to make a certain amount of people believe a certain thing in a certain amount of time before they could, let's say, deem these men credibly as a threat. Even though we don't have the potential and even though we know who the real threat is, it's everyone else who's calling everyone else a threat, right? They say, oh, he's threatening, he's black. Oh, he's a problem, he's black. But it's really them who are the threat because their mentality, right? Keep that in mind. See, what I said yesterday about the subconscious thing is going to come back and get you every time and time again. They're trying to motivate your subconscious. We arrested these 4 men. We showed these 4 men pictures. Oh, you seen video of these 4 men. Wrong. We didn't see video of anyone but men in masks that had a certain body type and certain people going into the store at certain times. Remember that. Don't play into the hands of the powers that be to try and justify their mistakes. You want to know what I find funny? Investigators and people who put on a badge. He got a Confederate flag trying to ride through. Let him ride through. It's cool. You don't want to make eye contact, but you want to rock the Confederate flag. Come on. I know you guys do it on purpose. I'm not dumb. Come on. How long have I been at this? And I'm an educated black man. Come on. Stop playing with me. Everybody riding around, stop playing with me. Trying to talk when I hear your conversations too. I'm a Gemini. One guy's listening to you, one guy's talking. You're not talking about anything. You're just saying dumb stuff. Just talking dumb stuff. And that's for multiple races. But I told you this is CommenterNation, the greatest nation. Now let me get back into it. Here's my thing. We are being forced an image and forced to make decisions off of half media, half troops, half built investigators, people who half but their job, YouTube guidelines, people who are doing half the style and half the work they really should be, but they want all their money when the time comes, right? You want every dime, right? That's how it works. But everybody wants to be important in some way, right? I get that. How to influence friends and how to win and influence friends. I read. Get this. I get it. Everybody wants to feel of some importance. Why do we join groups? Why do people join gangs? Keep this in mind. Tentacion was somewhere else with his career. How many people felt jealous or were hurt, even though he included them? He could have included them. They still hate him. Now, the people that hit me up on the backside to talk to me, I know ain't a joke. They showed me some different things, and it had me in shock. Like, I didn't think anyone else was thinking this way or saw this. That's why I'm telling you this weekend's going to be crazy. But understand, you're making a decision off of guilt, off of what you're being told, when we already know that there was some level of Oh, hold on. You got to turn it up louder. She was coming through trying to get on with the music. That's cool. She got to turn it up louder. I see you dancing, but you got to turn it up loud so I can get you on the feed. But that's my thing. Ultimately, here's my problem. It's the way that the information is delivered that's the problem. Whenever anything was incriminating something, you had direct evidence. Everything went through. This time, you barely have evidence to push through. You didn't show the people that claimed to have seen it, and it's like you made sure you didn't. And yes, that video was edited. I had many people look over it. Many people who are certified look at it and tell me what they thought, their honest opinion. They saw little parts that your guys missed. As I expect, since you missed evidence, since you missed the 48 hours term, which is normal for you guys, it seems. Come on. Come on. You're talking to top level professionals. My commenters, top level professionals in whatever niche that they work hard in. Trust me, a lot of them are business owners. It's not a game. Hit that like button, because this ain't a game. Hit that like button and let them know this isn't a joke, that we see you playing with us. That's what this channel was done. Critical thinking. That's what it began as. Before any of these stories, before the whole Tentacion situation, it was always that way. It was just you tried to step over like, he ain't talking about nothing. But then when you found out I'm talking about something, you're like, delete. Had YouTube trying to delete comments, allegedly, because I don't think it was YouTube. I think someone else had the power to delete comments. You have someone else whose hacking skills are just like that. But here's what you got to understand. Every wrongdoing on the side that's not legit, it leaves a trail. The same way with the information I have on the troopers around me. The same way with the information I have on Broward County's investigators. The same way with CommenterNation pulling different things that are disturbing about those who protect and serve individuals at the scene. It's not a game. We heard a woman's voice on that video when you were videotaping a dead body. Yes, so I guess they're privileged to not only get parents handing them stuff, but because someone's friends with the parents of these people, that they get to bypass this situation and they don't have to stand accountable for them claiming to have knowledge that others don't have, nor investigators have, it seems, right? That's why I called you out. That's why your name was mentioned. That's why we talk about this way. That's why CommenterNation is here. That's why it's not going to stop. That's why I keep going in on you, because I know what you're doing. Your privilege does not put you above being involved, then getting to step aside and watch people's lives be taken away for certain things they weren't held fully responsible. If you're the lookout, you're just as guilty as the ones doing the shooting. So I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. Oh, because they're white? I don't care. I don't care if they were maroon. You stand accountable. You want to be involved in savage stuff and act like you're doing dirt and getting away with it? Stand accountable. Stop being cowards like that. And I hop back in whoever, I'm not going to say them, whoever was saying them things, messages, and you didn't respond. Why can you slide on the channel with 10 different usernames, but you can't open your mouth when I'm directly speaking to you? So now, don't speak unless you're spoken to. That's the last time I'm going to address you. Don't speak unless you're spoken to. You want to follow the laws, you want to follow the rules and play with it. Now I'm going to play with it, but I'm going to play with it right. Don't speak unless you're spoken to. That's all I'm going to say about you. And you know who you are. You know who you are. You're in the messages, hopping down the comments, slandering commenters. I bet every one of those commenters will rock you. And you sitting there calling them this, calling them that, because their opinion? Whoever got slandered for opinion? Oh, let me not forget. Everyone in history who ever had an opinion. Stop playing. Stop playing with us. We're the strongest nation that people know. We're all over right now. We got this on lock. And it's not just me. Every subscriber, every viewer who rocks with the channel rocks with me. Understand that. We're thousands and thousands deep. Why don't you get that? It could be anybody that I have on my squad, and it's all races. It's not just one race. That's why I told you stop playing. YouTube knows it. They see it. They rock with me. I speak to them behind the scenes. Yeah, they've been quiet a little bit because we had a dispute. But at the end of the day, they know TheCzarr rocks with them. I ain't got to keep saying that. So stop trying to use business outlets and other people around to do your dirt. Step up and do it yourself. If you really wanted someone out of the game and out of the limelight, why didn't you step up and do it yourself? If you really had problems with someone because of a prior incident, why didn't you do it yourself? Oops. Did I say too much? No, it's CommenterNation. You know how we rock. You know the stories I did. Every little bit and piece leads back to someone who's spiteful and hateful. Jealous trash. That's what it is. And I don't care. There's no race to that. So don't play around. We're not talking directly to suspects. We're talking to everyone around, hiding and ducking until the case is over. What kind of... $, capital THE, capital CZARR. This weekend, we're going to get into it. We're going to really talk about it. Everybody that rocks with me, support the channel. Get ready. This week is the build-up. This weekend, I'm going ham. You don't even know. I'm going ham. I'm working it out like I'm in the gym. For real. And you know how I rock. All rights reserved.